Pons Varoli and glances, senses, senses, Pons Varoli, Pons Varoli and glands. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjay, my offspring and sons of Pandu have gathered in the holy plain of Kurukshetra with the interest of doing war. What did they do? Mind normally works with the guidance given by the senses. The Pons Varoli is a part of the brainstem. This is situated above the medulla and centered below the two hemispheres of cerebrum. This connects the cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla. The size of Varoli is 1 into 1 into 1.5 inches. It consists of ascending sensory tracts and descending motor tracts. These tracts connects the brain to the rest of the body. These tracts connects the brain to the rest of the body. The manas, the sense mind, the manas, the sense mind, the subtle magnetic pole turned outward toward the world of matter is in the Pons Varoli. The manas, the sense mind, the subtle magnetic pole turned outward towards the world, of matter is in the Pons Varoli. This Varoli is physiologically ever busy with sensory coordination. The cells of the Pons Varoli contains a chemical substance called norepinephrine. Norepinephrine. This chemical stimulates the mobilization that prepares the body for action, dreaming, sleep, and mind. Prepares for action, this chemical stimulates the mobilization that prepares the body for action, dreaming, sleeping, and mind. Sleep and mind. The buddhi, the intelligence, draws its determination power from the superconsciousness of soul. Atma, the soul, manifests its consciousness through the chakras, plexus, related to Karana Sarira, the idea of body. Atma, the soul, manifests its consciousness through the chakras, plexus, related to Karana Sarira, the idea of body. Learned say, Kshetre dharma kuru. Do good in each and every field. In each and every chakra, plexus is to be done to ward off darkness. Each and every human being consists of Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Visuddha, Agnya and Sahasrara chakras in the spinal cord pertaining to Karana Chetana, idea body consciousness. Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipura chakras in the spinal cord are called Kurukshetra. They are also called Sansara chakras or worldly plexus. They entangle the man to be material bound. Manipura, Anahata, Visuddha and chakra in the spinal cord are called Kurukshetra, Dharmakshetra. Kurukshetra, Dharmakshetra. Visuddha, Agnya and Sahasrara chakras in the spinal cord are called Dharma Kshetra. They entangle the man to be God bound. Dhrutam Rashtram Yena Dhrutarashtrena. Dhritarashtra, blind mind, blinded by the slavery to senses, has asked Sanjaya, the divine insight, the one who knows oneself, the power of impartial intuitive self-analysis, discerning introspection and flawless critic in sadhak, in meditator, is Sanjay. Sanjay means completely victorious. The Dhritarashtra, that is blind mind, blinded by the slavery to the senses, has asked Sanjaya, the divine insight, the one who knows oneself, the power of impartial intuitive self-analysis, discerning introspection, and flawless critic in sadhak, the meditator, is Sanjay. Sanjay means completely victorious. The wise forces that do karma according to the whims of material bound mind and senses is Kauravas in sadhak. The Pandavas are forces of virtue in the sadhak that do karma as per the God bound pure intellect, Suddha Buddhi. So the Kurukshetra war is the war between virtue and vice in each and every sadhak in particular and in every man in general. So sense mind is asking as to what these forces have done before the start of meditation or Kriyayoga sadhana. When sperm and ovum unites to form human body, when sperm and ovum unites to form a human body, a flash of light appears in the astral world. This is heavenly home of souls between incarnations. This is the heavenly home of souls between incarnations. That is, that light transmits a pattern which attracts a soul according to karma of that soul. When sperm and ovum unites to form a human body, a flash of light appears in the astral world. This is heavenly home of souls between incarnations. That light transmits a pattern which attracts a soul according to the karma of the soul. The war of Kurukshetra is to be won on three bodies: physical, astral and ideal. Number 1. The moral and material war between virtue and vice on the sensory field, Kurukshetra. The psychological war waged in Kriya Yoga meditation or Kriya Yoga sadhana on the cerebrospinal field, Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra. This is a war between mental tendencies, inclinations of sense mind, manas, and the pure discriminative tendencies of intelligence, buddhi. Mind pulls the life force and consciousness towards the matter. Intelligence pulls the life force and consciousness towards the soul. In fact, here इंटेलिजेंस का बदल में इंट्यूशन बोलने से अच्छा है. इंट्यूशन पुल्स द लाइफ फोर्स एंड कॉन्शियसनेस टुवर्ड्स द सोल. नंबर 3, द स्पिरिचुअल बैटल फॉट इन डीप मेडिटेशन और क्रिया योग साधना. दिस इज फॉट ऑन सेरेब्रल फील्ड, धर्म क्षेत्र. This is to overcome all lower states of chetanas, consciousnesses. In this battle, the sadhak, the meditator, or Kriyayoga sadhak, shall discard all his egoity and sense slavery fully and completely to get united the, the soul with the spirit. This victorious union of soul and spirit is called samadhi, the union of human consciousness with cosmic consciousness. The state of samadhi may be achieved by sadhak many a number of times till such time his karma, past, sanchita, present, prarabdha, and future, agami, is completely annihilated. In this state, the yogi is liberated from all his three bodily encasements: physical, sthula, astral, sukshma, and ideal, karana. He will remain a free soul in ever existing, ever conscious, ever new bliss of omnipresent spirit. This samadhi is called Mahasamadhi. If the yogi chooses to descend again from his samadhi into the consciousness and activities of his body, he does so in the sublime state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. In this highest state of externalized soul consciousness, he remains anchored to God consciousness. He shall be doing duties without any attachment to the fullest. Sat is fiction of the cosmic plan of God. Patanjali, Raja Yoga exponent, outlined 8 steps ascending the kingdom of God within. This is known as Ashtanga Yoga. Its salient features are Yama, moral conduct, abstaining from injury to others, falsehood, stealing, incontinence, and covetousness. Niyama, purity of body and mind, contentment in all circumstances, self-study, contemplation and devotion to God. The first 2 steps yield self-control and mental calmness. Asana, disciplining the body so that it can assume and maintain the correct posture for meditation without fatigue or physical and mental restlessness. Pranayama, techniques of life force control that calm the heart and breath and remove sensory distraction from the mind. Pratyahara, the power of complete mental interiorization and stillness resulting from withdrawal of the mind from the senses. Dharana, the power to use the interiorized mind to become one, pointedly concentrated upon God in one of his aspects through which he reveals himself to the inward perception of the devotee. Dhyana, meditation deepened by the intensity of concentration, dharana, that gives the conception of the vastness of God, his attributes as manifested in his endless expansion of cosmic consciousness. Samadhi, union with God, the full realization of the soul's oneness with the spirit. In fact, different types of conscious levels are these good and bad karmas. Jatayus are 4-footed animals. Andlajams, that is birds. Sarikrupas, that is crawling things like serpents, etc. Svedajams are things that come out of moisture, namely bedbugs, mosquitoes, etc. And Udbijams, that is trees, etc. are nothing but different conscious levels. They are nothing but different conscious levels only. They exist with the lowest consciousness levels. They exist with the lowest conscious levels. They don't have sperm or ova. Some trees are so high that they have more energy with least consciousness. Next to Udbhijams are Svedajams. Next to Udbhijams are Svedajams. That means Svedajams means bed bugs, mosquitoes and creatures. They are slightly better in consciousness with least energy. Next to Svedajams are Andajams, like birds and Sarikrupams or crawling things like snakes, etc. These are slightly better in consciousness with more energy than Svedajams. Next to these are Jarayus, or four-footed animals, better in consciousness with more energy. Out of all these, man is only superior being with wonderful consciousness and having a faculty of intuition. One may have more energy but no intelligence, it is of no use. The one who utilizes his energy cleverly is superior beings in reality. Is superior being in reality. That is the reason man is superior compared to all other beings. Jantunam narajanma dullabham. In evolutionary process, one will reach the state of man. Only man can attain or reach Parabrahman. It is ultimate. That is the reason to reach the level of man is very, very difficult. If a highly conscious level student mixes with low conscious level student, he should be very careful lest he fall down to the low level. The chain is cosmic consciousness, thoughts, effulgence, life force, electrons, protons, molecules, nature, earth, man. This is a chain. Pineal gland. This gland is of peanut mass in appearance. It is like a nerve layer. Its stack is located and enjoined with the third ventricle of brain. It is this pineal gland is of peanut mass in appearance. It is like nerve layer. Its stack is located and enjoined with the third ventricle of brain. It is located deep within two cerebral hemispheres behind the skull and just below the corpus callosum. Pineal gland produces melatonin. This melatonin regulates the pituitary gland. Pineal is related to biological clock of mankind. Pineal is related to biological clock of mankind. Melatonin is produced in darkness and inhibited by light. The receptor in brain react to this hormone. This makes the body ready according to day or night during 24 hours. In that process, the brain will have perception of whether it is day or night. This melatonin comes out of serotonin. This melatonin works with serotonin and regulates sleep cycle. Melatonin helps in conversion of nervous system signals to endocrine signals and influences sexual development. Next, thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is a part of thyroid or parathyroid gland. This is located in the throat, that is Visuddha chakra. Thyroid gland produces thyroxine hormone. thyroxine hormone. This is related to basic metabolic rate, BMR, basic metabolic rate. Calcitonin hormone. This is related to the absorption of calcium by bones. Hypothyroidism means excess of thyroid. This leads to increase of BMR, that is basic metabolic rate. The energy expenditure exceeds the body needs. This leads to excess heartbeat, weight loss, over enthusiasm or insomnia, swelling of eyes, goiter, and attention deficit disorder. Hypothyroidism means deficit of thyroid. This leads to decrease of basal metabolic rate. BMR means basal metabolic rate. The available energy decreases than the body needs. This leads to obesity, dry skin, overweight, and hair loss, etc. The unavailability of proper quantity of iodine requirements in the food is the main cause of all these problems. Even sex interest also will be affected by this deficiency of iodine in the food. Kriyayoga consists of Mahamudra, Jyotirmudra, Hansa and Om techniques. Mahamudra will be quite useful in correcting and magnifying the spinal cord. With controlled diet and in healthy state, the energy and mental changes or maturity that one gets in one whole year can be got by the sadhaks or meditating people with one kriya and rotate the life force from Muladhara chakra to Agna chakra and from Agna chakra to Muladhara chakra. Next, Jyoti Mudra is useful in obtaining the appearance of third eye or Jyoti Darshan when we concentrate on Kutastha. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Rityahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi are 8 limbs of Raja Yoga. Practicing them with discipline, heart vibrations, nerve vibrations, mind and life force will be automatically controlled. The sounds or chantings in mantra yoga are useful for the union of soul and spirit. Kriyayoga, its importance for functioning of thymus gland in heart. Kriyayoga is required. Blood circulation is improved by Kriyayoga meditation. Each and every cell shall get oxygen. Then both sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves shall work in coordination. Brain consists of 3 types of neurohormones. Which are responsible for vata, that is gas, pitta, heat, and shleshmam, means phlegm. These 3 are to be balanced for proper health. For proper health, one should have strong immune system. For this, mitochondria in the cells is to be improved. For proper health, one should have strong immune system. For proper immune system, mitochondria in the cells is to be improved. Mitochondria is a power generator which exists in each and every living cell. If the breathing system is improper, then the system of removing carbon in the blood and adding oxygen in the lungs shall be in peril. This system of oxygenating blood is done by lungs. If the breathing system is improper, then the system of removing carbon in the blood and adding oxygen in the lungs shall be in peril. This system of oxygenating blood is done by lungs. The path of blood from the heart is actually very complex, but the general path is that after the deoxygenated blood enters the right atrium through superior and inferior vena cava, it enters the right ventricles after contraction of the right atrium with the help of tricuspid valves. Then the deoxygenated blood goes to the lungs for oxygenation via pulmonary artery. After oxygenation, the oxygenated blood enters the left atrium through pulmonary veins. After contraction of left atrium, the blood goes to the left ventricle and then through aorta, the largest artery. The oxygenated blood reaches to different parts of the body by veins and capillaries. The same process is repeated again. Next, thymus gland. The thymus gland is located straddled across the trachea and bronchi in the upper thorax, a bilobed organ in the root of the throat, above and in front of heart. Doing Yam Bijakshara chanting, chanting near the heart, Anahata chakra or dorsal in astral spinal cord. Anahata chakra is called dorsal in astral spinal cord, shall improve immune system. Thymus gland is related to immune system. This lies in a capsule. Internally it is separated by small cross walls and contains several lobes. Not only that, but also completely filled with T lymphocytes. T lymphocytes means white blood cells associated with antibody production. If you inhale Purakam and fill the Kutastha, the place between the eyebrows, with life force fully, and then exhale Rechakam, life force fully out of Muladhara chakra, then there will be generation of electromagnetic force. Surrendering senses to God is called prayer. Surrendering Ida, Pingala and Sushumna and 5 life forces is called sacred water ablutions or Abhishekam to God. Surrendering to Antakarana, mind, is called lighting a candle before God. Surrendering Antakarana, mind, is called lighting a candle before God. Surrendering all the 6 plexus is called offering flowers to God. Surrendering quality of fire in Manipur chakra is called burning incense stick before God. Surrendering all your desires is called offering food, that is Naivedyam, to God. Surrendering all the results of karma to God is called Isvara Pranidhanam or complete surrender. Maheshwara Sutrani. I un riluk a oi I uch hayavarat ayan nayamanam nayamannam jabagadas kafacha, ta, dav, kapai. With these sounds, vowels, that is achus, and consonants, hallus, and compounds, samyukta aksharas of vowels and consonants, consonants are formed. Samaptam.